You can cheer. It's all right.
Will you send officials to Ukraine? Will you send senior officials to Ukraine?
Well, we're making that decision now. Thank you.
Who would you send?
What was the reason? You ready to go? Yeah.
Given his lack of experience in these areas, energy in Ukraine and energy in China, you can understand where people would think, gee, they were doing business with Hunter because they wanted to have some influence on Joe. Would it have been better for him just not to get involved in those deals?
Hindsight is everything. Look, from 2000, what election was 2020, maybe 2018, these same charges, same accusations, same innuendos. Nothing has come of it.
Well, I've never believed that.
Oh,
I
well,
believe
we know quite better than that. So you're right.
No, but let me talk for a second. I'm a professor.
You are the president. That's all that we need.
No, I'm Professor Biden from Penn.
I think he got those jobs on his own in Ukraine and China, and it had nothing to do with who his dad was.
I think I know that Hunter is a very bright young man. I know that he's a Yale Law School graduate. He was on several of the world. Wait, I might get this wrong. The board for World Hunger or something close like that. And that he's been and he ran business, was involved in many businesses. So yeah, I mean, Hunter is a Biden. He can't run. That's his name, and he's a smart and capable and honorable and good young man.
A new CNBC survey out this morning, conducted by the same two polling firms that do the NBC News poll, have President Biden's job approval rating at a lackluster 38%. It's down 3 points since their December survey, 15 points underwater. That's down 2 points from our survey. Again, same two polling firms, DNR polling firms that we use, do this work for CNBC as well. When you look deeper into this poll, it sure looks like inflation and the overall economic attitudes are just driving those numbers. 48% say that the cost of living is the most important issue facing America right now. It's by far the top issue. And more than any other age group, you've been hearing about these problems with Biden, with young voters. Voters under 35, this important part of the Biden coalition, say this is the most important issue, and it's ahead of everybody. And these folks think the economy is in worse shape than any other age group, folks under 35. Overall, President Biden's approval on the economy sits at just 35%. You can see the job approval and the economic numbers are essentially starting to be in line. Notably, despite Biden's efforts to tout strong job growth and GDP, a majority, 56%, believe there will be an economic recession during the next 12 months. Bottom line, Americans see rising costs as the single sign of pending economic doom. Even the White House with some serious political challenges on this issue.
We cut down all our forests. We're doing fine. Guess what? We're part of the reason for the global warming. I've been on a lot of university campuses. Matter of fact, for 4 years, I was a full professor at the University of Pennsylvania. Now, I know that we're still facing challenges of high prices, inflation. I grew up in a family where when the price of gasoline went up at the pump, it was a conversation at the kitchen table with my dad.
And you can only fix inflation one way. That's to tighten down. And who gets hurt? Again, these poor people that are struggling for a paycheck, the same people he says he wants to help, he's hurting.
Do you think he's become Jimmy Carter?
Oh, I think he's worse than Jimmy Carter.
For the first time, Amazon will now charge sellers a 5% fuel and inflation surcharge. The new fee set to start April 28th.
Costs for everything, including fuel. They're passing along these costs to the firms they do business with, and eventually those firms pass them along to you and I, the consumers. Right now, we have consumer prices rising at the fastest pace in 40 years. Supply is weak, demand is strong, and prices have nowhere to go but up. Amazon says this is the first time that they've done this in the company's 27-year history. They had hoped not to. They expected that inflation would sort of get back towards normal this year, but obviously that has not been the case.
I think you previously called it a publicity stunt. Is that still the view of the White House? Can you give us any reaction to this busload of migrants arriving here in D.C.?
Well, these are all migrants who have been processed by CBP and are free to travel, so it's nice the state of Texas is helping them get to their final destination as they await in their outcome of their immigration proceedings, and they're all in immigration proceedings.
She said that it's good that Governor Abbott is helping these illegal immigrants get to their final destination. And she also talked about how they're in the process of, their immigration proceedings as they await their court hearing. But you just have to wonder, will they be? And if they stay in the country under this administration, is ICE going to be going after them?
No. And remember, 3% of the illegals are actually showing up for their court dates.
We are able to walk, chew gum, and do multiple layers of diplomacy at the same time.
On the genocide.
Is that a GPS direction? I appreciate it. Is it? It's okay. I need directions everywhere, so I appreciate it. Go ahead.